There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a Billy of Tea. The winds blew up her bow, up down, oh below my bully boys blow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She'd not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da 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 da. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's sail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harping and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed. The captain's mind was not of greed, and he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da 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 da. For 40 days or even more, the line went slack, then tight once more. All boats were lost, there were only 4, but still that whale did go. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on. The line's not cut and the whale's not gone. The Wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew and all. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Raised on songs and stories, heroes of renown, the passing tales and glories that once was Dublin town. The hallowed halls and houses, the haunting children's rhymes that once was Dublin city. As the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. My name it is Sean Dempsey, as Dublin as could be. Born hard and late in Pimlico, in a house that ceased to be. By trade I was a cooper, lost out to redundancy. Like my home that fell to progress, my trade to memory. And I courted Peggy Dagenham, as pretty as you please, a rogued child of Mary from the rebel liberties. I lost her to a student lad with skin as black as coal. When he took her off to Birmingham, he took away my soul. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. The years have made me bitter, the drink has damned me brain, but Dublin keeps on changing and nothing seems the same. The metropole, the pillars gone, the rail long since pulled down, as the grey unyielding concrete makes a city of my town. Fare thee well, my Anna Liffey, I can no longer stay and watch the new glass cages that spring up along the quay. My mind's so full of memories, too old to hear new chimes. I'm a part of what was Dublin in the rare old times. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old times.
But still haven't found what I'm looking for. But still haven't found what I'm looking for. And it's no, hey, never. No, they never, no more. Play while you're over. No, never, no more.
In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone, as she wheeled her wheelbarrow to streets wide and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, and truth was no wonder, for so was her father and mother before, and they wheeled their wheelbarrow through streets wide and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Died of a fever, and no one could save her, so that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. Now her ghost wheels her barrow through streets wide and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
Today the world doesn't feel quite the same. Today I opened up my eyes, but I didn't wake. Maybe I was dreaming and I never heard you say you don't love me anymore. Me and you were yesterday. This must be heartbreak. This must be heartbreak. I'm hurting over and over again. I can't take it. Someone tell me when my heart will stop breaking. I ask the same old questions every day. Where did I go wrong? Was there something I could say? Did you ever love me? Or was I just a passing phase? Seems like I was making plans while you made your great escape. Oh, this must be heartbreak. Oh, this must be heartbreak. When will I be okay? When will I be myself? When will I move on and fall in love with someone else? I'm hurting over and over again. I can't take it. Someone tell me when my heart will stop breaking. Someone tell me when my heart will stop breaking. Today the world doesn't feel quite the same. Today I open up my eyes, but I didn't wake up. When will I be okay? When will I be myself? When will I move on and fall in love with someone else? I'm hurting over and over again. I can't take it. Someone tell me when my heart will stop breaking. Someone tell me when my heart will stop breaking.
Sit down. Sit down. Kom by. Come here. Come by.
Kolje er jo arbejdsnarkomaner.
Ja,
Fuldstændig.
det kan man også se her.
Sit down.
Goddag.
Jeg har for nylig set en
Sit down.
udsendelse
down.
om, hvor det var sådan en ny, altså en ung.
Come in. Good down. Okay. That's it.
I am a young fellow from the county Tyrone. In the town of Strabane, sure I'm very well known. For down to the alehouse I'm frequently going, with Kitty and Judy and Mary. My father rebuked me for being such a rake, and for spending me money on whiskey and cakes. But the lassies are sweet and it's all for their sakes, and it keeps me light-hearted and merry. I'll eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry. I will court all the lassies, or at least I will try. And I'll never conform till the day that I die. August fog is shoot maritache. If a chance for to wander on down to the fair, all the lassies all around me do flock on the square. I pull out me fiddle and I play an owl there, and soon we're all off on the spree. There's Peggy and Jane from the banks of Loch Ness. There's Kitty and Molly down Dungannon way, and there's another one from Cookstown who makes me head sway. Such a fuss they all make over me. I'll eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry. I will court all the lassies, or at least I will try. And I'll never conform till the day that I die. August fog amid shoot maritache. To quarrel for riches I ne'er was inclined, for the greatest of misers must leave them behind. So my money I spend with no thought in my mind, but to kick up our heels and carouse. For the rich never spend any gold of their own, sure they hold it away like a dog and its bone. But they end on their backs among nettles and stones, and I hear there's no pockets in shrouds.
I'll eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry. I will court all the lassies, or at least I will try. And I'll never conform till the day that I die. Agus fog me shoot mar attaché.
Now some say I'm foolish and some say I'm wise, for loving the women and the whiskey likewise. But the son of King David had 100 wives, and his wisdom was highly regarded. So I'll call for the lassies and ask them to wed, and we'll all be content in the one marriage bed. While the rich count their gold, we'll count children instead, and we'll raise them up true and stout-hearted.
I'll eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry. I will court all the lassies, or at least I will try. And I'll never conform till the day that I die. Agus fog me shoot mar attaché. Agus fog me shoot mar attaché.
What's going on? What's in your head? You're looking at me like I'm someone else. Should I turn and run? 'Cause I'm scared to death. I'm walking on water with boots made of lead. Yeah, I'm drowning, please just speak. This silence is killing me. If I die before I wake, I'll die knowing I took a leap of faith. 'Cause I'm not going with so much left to say. If only you knew, darling, it's always been you. Lay down your head right next to mine. Don't say a word, let me stare in your eyes. I feel my heart racing from anticipation. The air isn't cold, but my hands won't stop shaking. Oh, I'm falling, but I feel free. I'm praying you feel what I feel. 'Cause if I die before I wake, I'll die knowing I took a leap of faith. 'Cause I'm not going with so much left to say. If only you knew, darling, it's always been you. It's always been you. Wherever you go and whatever you do, you will always, always be you. Love shines brighter when you're offshore. Every fiber of my soul needs yours. Love shines brighter when you're offshore. With every fiber I'm yours. It's always been you.
sorrow and sadness, bitterness, grief, memories I have of you.
What language are they? Do they speak German? Is it?
No, Danish. This.
Okay, so let's see. Go over there.
My mind was running back to the west coast of Clare, thinking of you and the times we had there. I walked to Spanish Point. I knew I'd find you there. I stood on the white strand, and you were everywhere. Vivid memories fade, but the mood still remains. I wish I could go back and be with you again. In Milltown there's a pub. It's there that I sat down. I see you everywhere. Your face is all around. The search for times past contains such sweet pain. I'll banish lonesome thoughts, but they'll return again. I walk along the shore, the rain in my face. My mind is numb with grief. Of you there is no trace. I'll think of this again when in far-off lands I roam, walking with you by this cold Atlantic foam. Sorrow and sadness, bitterness, grief, memories I have of you won't leave me in peace. My mind is running back to the west coast of Clare, thinking of you and the times we had there.
Dublin City in 1913, the boss was rich and the poor were slaves, the women working and children starving. Then on came Larkin like a mighty wave. The workers cringed when the boss man pondered 70 hours was his weekly chore. He asked for little and less was granted, less getting little then he'd ask for more. In the month of August, the bossman told us no union man for him could work. We stood by Larkin and told the bossman we'd fight or die, but we wouldn't shirk. 8 months we fought and 8 months we starved. We stood by Larkin through thick and thin. But foodless homes and the crying of children, it broke our hearts, we just couldn't win. Then Larkin left us, we seemed defeated. The night was black for the working man. But on came Connolly with new hope and counsel. His motto was that we'd rise again. In 1916 in Dublin City, the English soldiers, they burnt our town. They shelled our buildings and shot our leaders. The harp was buried neath the bloody crown. They shot MacDermott and Pearson Plunkett. They shot MacDonough and Clark the Brave. From Bleak Kilmainham they took their bodies to Arbor Hill and a quicklime grave. But last of all of the 7 heroes, I'll sing the praise of James Connolly. The voice of justice, the voice of freedom, he gave his life that men might be free.
As I was going over the Cork and Kerry mountains, I met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced me pistol, I then produced me rapier, saying stand and deliver, for you are bound to save her.
Mushering them a do them a la. Whack fall the daddy-o, whack fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
I counted out his money, it made a pretty penny. I put it in me pocket and took it home to Jenny. She sighed and she swore she never would deceive me, but the devil will take those women, but they never can be easy.
Mushering them a do them a la. Whack fall the daddy-o, whack fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
I went into my chamber, all for to take a slumber. I dreamt of gold and jewels, and sure it was no wonder. Then Jenny drew me charges and filled them up with water, and sent for Captain Farrell to be ready for the slaughter.
Mushering them a do them a la. Whack fall the daddy-o, whack fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
It was early in the morning, before I rose to travel. Up came a band of footmen, and with them Captain Farrell. I first produced my pistol, for she'd taken away my rapier. I couldn't shoot the water, so a prisoner I was taken.
Mushering them a do them a la. Whack fall the daddy-o, whack fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
If anyone can aid me, is my brother in the army. If I can find a station, be it Cork or in Killarney. If he'll come and join me, we go roving in Kilkenny. I'm sure he'd treat me fairer than my old sporting Jenny.
Mushering them a do them a da. Whack fall the daddy-o, whack fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Mushering them a do them a da. Whack fall the daddy-o, whack fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
Sure as poor I am today, for God gave and took away, and he left no home for poor old Dan O'Hara. With these matches in me hand, in the frost and snow I stand, so it's here I am today, so broken-hearted. Oh, Cushla Gal McCree, won't you buy a box from me, and you'll have the prayers of Dan from Connemara. I'll sell them cheap and low, buy a box before you go, from the broken-hearted farmer Dan O'Hara. In the year of 64, I had acres by the score, the finest land you ever ran a plough through. But the landlord came, you know, and he laid the old home low. So it's here I am today, so broken-hearted.
Oh, a Cushla Galmacree, won't you buy a box from me? And you'll have the prayers of Dan from Connemara. I'll sell them cheap and low, buy a box before you go, from the broken-hearted farmer Dan O'Hara.
In the frost and snow I stand, sure the shadow of God's hand lies warm upon the brow of Dan O'Hara. And soon with God above I will meet the ones I loved, and I'll find the joys I had in Connemara.
Oh, a Cushla Galmacree, won't you buy a box from me? And you'll have the prayers of Dan from Connemara. I'll sell them cheap and low, buy a box before you go, from the broken-hearted farmer Dan O'Hara.
Where the word whiskey comes from. It's a Gaelic Celtic word, Ishkebach, water of life. In France they call it l'eau de vie, and it means the same thing. I think aquavec as well. And
Yes.
it means the same thing. So it's the same.
Yeah, that's Latin. Aqua and V.
Yeah, aqua. Now, the Ishkebaha then was banned here in 1661. The Irish kept making it in the mountains, and then they called it Mountain Dew. I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry, and if moonshine don't kill me, I'll live till I die.
And you'll have the prayers of Dan from Connemara. I'll sell them cheap and low, buy a box before you go, from the broken-hearted farmer Dan O'Hara.
Took a little stroll down the old long walk of the day. I met a little girl and we stopped to talk a fine soft day. And I asked her, friend, what's a fella do? If her hair was black and her eyes were blue, and I knew right then I would take a whirl around the Salt Hill View with my Galway girl. We were halfway there when the rain came down on the day. And she asked me up to her flat downtown, a fine soft day. And I asked her, friend, what's a fella do? If her hair is black and her eyes are blue. So I took her hand and I gave her a twirl, and I lost my heart to a Galway girl. When I woke up I was all alone, with a broken heart and a ticket home. And I asked her now, tell me what would you do if her hair was black and her eyes are blue? I've traveled around, been all over the world, but I ain't seen nothing like my Galway girl.
As there were 3 old gypsies came to our hall door. They came brave and bold, hee-oh, and this one sang high and the other sang low, and the ladies sang the raggle-taggle gypsy, hee-oh. It was upstairs and downstairs the lady he went, put on her suit of leather, oh, it was the cry all around her door, she's away with the raggle-taggle gypsy, hee-oh. It was late that night that the Lord came in, inquiring for his lady, hee-oh. The servant girls replied to him all, she's away with the raggle-taggle gypsy, hee-oh. Up and saddle for me milk white steed, me big horse is not speedy, hee-oh. I will ride and I'll seek me bride, she's away with the raggle-taggle gypsy, hee-oh. Oh, then he rode east and he rode west, he rode north and south also, but when he rode to the wide open field, it was there that he spied his lady, hee-oh. Oh, then why do you leave your house and your land? Why do you leave your money, hee-oh? Why do you leave your honey with the Lord all for the raggle-taggle gypsy, hee-oh? What do I care for me house or me land? What do I care for money, hee-oh? What do I care for me only with the Lord? I'm away with me raggle-taggle gypsy, hee-oh. Well, it was there last night, you'd a goose got their bed, with blankets drawn so comely, hee-oh. Tonight you lie in a wide open field, in the arms of your raggle-taggle gypsy, hee-oh.
Says my owl one to your owl one, will you come to the waxy stargle? Says your owl one to my owl one, sure I haven't got a farthing. I've just been down to Monto town to see young Kilmagardle, but he wouldn't lend me a half a crown to go to the waxy stargle.
What'll you have? Will you have a pint? I'll have a pint with you, sir. And if one of yous doesn't, the others soon will be thrown out of the loser.
Says my owl one to your owl one, will you come to the Galway races? Says your owl one to my owl one, with the price on me in that's braces. I just went down to Capel Street to the Jew man money lenders, but they wouldn't give me a couple that's with suspenders.
What'll you have? Will you have a pint? I'll have a pint with you, sir. And if one of you doesn't order, simply thrown out of the boozer.
Says my L1 to your L1, we have no beef nor mutton, but if we go down to Montaltown, we might get a tea for nothing. Here's a nice piece of advice I got from an elfish monger. When through the scarce and you see the hearse, well you know you died of hunger.
What'll you have? Will you have a pint? I'll have a pint with you, sir.